Hi, I'm Jessica Bonacore with Richie Sales, and here we have the beautiful Abby of Abby Leigh Designs. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, of course. So I know that interior design is your second career. So talk to us a little bit about when you made the transition into design. What part came the most naturally to you, and obviously, what were some of the areas that you needed to grow on?
Okay. So I think what came most natural was the creative process and designing spaces. That's why I came into interior design. I love being creative and putting patterns together and creating rooms. What was more difficult was the business side of it. I don't think I realized how much of that is part of the job.
Right.
So creating, a company and running a business was something that I had to take a little bit more time on and still learning today.
If you were to talk to somebody who was just jumping into interior design for the first time and, starting a business like you, knowing what you know now, what would be one piece of advice that you would give them?
Yeah, I would say it's two different sides of the business. The design aspect is really only half of it. And the other half, if you are starting your own business, is running a business and having, employees and all the financing and accounting. You have to take all of that into account. So it's really not only the creative side, you have to be able to do both. So I think just people starting out should just think about that before they start.
Absolutely. I think it's a huge part of it. And that's where I like to come in and try and be like an extended resource. They might not have the finances to bring in, all these employees in the beginning. So when you're sitting down and working on a house of lighting and it can be overwhelming and you as a business owner have a million other things going on, reach out to your representatives and say, can you help me? And we can use our knowledge and our hours of time that we have and just help make that transition easier.
I think also building relationships with your vendors and your reps is great. So you want to be, personable, and I love all my relationships because everyone is there to help you in the industry. So it's nice to form those relationships.
Talk about the dreaded, not dreaded, unknown world of social media. How do we use it? We have all of these people on it scrolling endless hours. Talk to us a little bit about social media. I know it's a big part of the design world, and how has showing your work or use social helped you grow your business?
So it's funny, when I first started my business, the first thing I did was create an Instagram account. I remember I was like, I have to get my work out there. But I used to post just like everything. And now I feel like it needs to be more curated what you're posting. So I use Instagram, TikTok. I use it all.
Okay.
It's a lot of work, but I'm definitely a little bit more
intentional, I guess,
with what I'm posting, which is a little hard. But then I'll use stories to just kind of show daily life. People like to see that. But I'm always trying to do more. It's definitely a lot of pressure to post all the time, but I think it really does help. People that I meet are like, I found you on Instagram.
And you're like, oh, it's working. It's working.
So, and especially if you have, friends, they share your page, they're like, come look at her. And then, so I definitely get a lot of new clients from social media. So I do see the purpose of it. It's kind of just like your marketing.
I think at the beginning, social media has been around for a while, but when people started to use it for their business, I think they started and tried so hard to make everything so perfect, but it's just a genuine connection. We're in a technology world where yes, we're still scrolling, but we want that person, that real life, the messy you walking on a job site, that's real life and that happens.
Yeah. So I do try to do more of that now. I'm trying to get, more just people want to see that. So I'm trying to do that more than just pictures. You have to do the videos and the reels and all of it.
Is it you that's doing all of it yourself?
Yeah.
It's a lot. That's a third arm of the business that we didn't even talk about.
That is something else you have to think about.
Yeah. So you've been coming to High Point Market now for how long?
I think this is our fourth year, fourth or fifth year.
And what are you here looking at specifically? What's your angle of this market?
So we're doing a lot of beach houses right now, which is really fun. A lot of my clients like second homes. So they're clients that I've worked with before, so I know their style, and now they're looking for, that coastal feel. Right. So we're looking for a lot of pieces like that this market, which is really fun. We're always looking for lighting. So we're at the right place today.
Yeah, well, let's go look at some lighting. Thank you so much for being here and taking the time. I'm excited, and I appreciate
we're excited to be here too.
All right, let's go look at some lighting.
All right, let's do it.